I'm Tara Davis with Chesapeake Bay Media. I am here with John Stefanczyk and John Martino with the Annapolis School of Seamanship.
We're at Lighthouse Point in Baltimore's Inner Harbor with our friends from Blue Water Yacht Sales checking out the Regulator 31. I'm going to let you guys have a look at the boat. I'm going to go meet up with our host.
So Tara, what I want to show you up front here is one of the things that sets Regulator apart. When you take a look here, do you see how sharp, or we call it a fine entry, it's how sharp this bow V is?
Yeah, it's pretty pointy.
So when it comes down, I mean, when you're coming down into a wave, it's gonna cut right in, which is nice. I mean, it doesn't pound like a flatter section. So how sharp, how fine your entry is. If you look up, you see kind of a signature Carolina design here. They talk about the flare. So that has a practical aspect. When you come down into that wave, when you slice down into that wave, that flare is going to shed all that water away from
So
everybody.
I'm not going to get wet while I'm sunning myself up there?
Well, I can't say if it's going to shed all the water, but yeah, most of it's going to get shed off. So going back aft here, you can see how that dead rise travels all the way back here, and at the transom we have a 24-degree dead rise, which is plenty deep. So if we were to set this boat down on the ground, which we wouldn't want to do, but if we were to set her down on the ground, this angle here is 24 degrees. So that means that she's going to have a nice offshore ride.
John, I noticed that these outboards are not mounted to the transom of the boat here. Tell me a little bit about the purpose of that with this boat.
Yeah, Tara, they're mounted on this Armstrong bracket, which is installed at the factory, and that keeps the outboards further aft. And you'll notice the lower units here are in clean water. You can just imagine as it's running through the water, there's going to be some turbulence coming off the back. Our outdrives, our propellers are in clean water. You want to check out the interior?
Yeah, let's go take a look at everything on the inside, and let's go for a boat ride. The seat, obviously, is a lounging seat, and we can be underway and have the comfort of lounging. This bolster goes around the seating area here, so it serves two purposes. It's a safety feature in case it's a little bouncy out there, and it's here for the seating area. But I noticed this goes actually all the way down and around the boat. So no matter where we are, we've got a soft surface to bounce off of in case things are a little rough out there.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Absolutely. A good handhold and a soft landing, it seems to be through and through.
We've got two cup holders. We can charge our devices. This cooler actually opens towards the bow. Whatever we've got in here is going to be protected from the wind. So this boat actually has a windshield wiper. So I got to imagine that's nice when we're underway and there's a lot of spray. John, this is the head, and I noticed that this head has, first of all, this door. It's a solid door. It's not flimsy. And then down inside, there's plenty of room. Compartments are down there for the battery panel. So this seating on the back is pretty comfortable. I love that there's a step to help me get up here. This is normally your fishing tackle center, and this option on the 31 allows us to have this extra seating area.
We're here with Chuck Myers, who's nice enough to take us out today. You're from Blue Water Yacht Sales.
I am.
And I understand that Blue Water just became the #1 Regulator dealer.
We were the #1 Regulator dealer last year, something we're really proud of, and love that relationship we have with the Regulator factory and the Regulator family.
You had a story about traveling between Baltimore and your Hampton location.
Yeah, this boat actually was delivered and commissioned in the Hampton Yard, which we own at our Blue Water Yachting Center. And I was tasked to run down and pick it up, a horrible task. And I had to rent a car, run down there and bring it back, and I was going to do it all in one day. With a little traffic, it took 4.5 hours to make it there by car to Hampton from Baltimore. Ran the boat back in 4 hours, so it was actually quicker by boat to return from Hampton to Baltimore than going down.
And how did you feel after coming back on the water?
Nice and rested, so it's a soft ride.
Do you mind if I take the wheel?
Absolutely. That Edson wheel is really sporty.
Coming up. Well, there's no trouble at all in any of this chops. You kind of feel like It'll do whatever I ask. She held nicely in the turn. Yeah, I could drive this boat all day, but you probably don't have to drive the boat all day because you're going to get there so quickly. So Tara, you're trying the Helmmaster. I think the first time you saw this was when we were down for the debut of the Yamaha 425 XTOs, right?
Yeah, I remember it from there, and that was new to me then, and this technology seems to have improved. As somebody that is new-ish to operating a boat, this really does make it a game changer. It builds so much confidence with being able to bring the boat into the dock. The details that are on this boat are really second to none, really.
Regulator is in kind of in a class of its own, and it comes from everything from the design that we were looking at when we were on the lift, to the build quality, to the hardware that they're putting on board. Everything's first class.
I noticed that too. I think it's a very comfortable boat, whether we're taking the family out, whether we're going fishing, or going out for an evening cruise and taking it to dinner. I think we can do all of that on this boat.